It all started when… Actually, nobody knows where the Abyssinian breed originated. Some think Abby's ancestors came from Abyssinia, now Ethiopia. Others believe the breed originated on the coast of the Indian Ocean and in parts of Southeast Asia. Another tale links the Abyssinian with the cats worshipped by the Egyptians 4,000 to 6,000 years ago. In truth, the Abyssinian looks more like the African wildcat than any other breed. One thing's for sure, the Abyssinian is an ancient cat, and I'm so happy we were able to preserve this magnificent breed. The Abby gained popularity in the US in the 1930s when ample breeding programs were established. Looks. You probably noticed by now that the Abyssinian is no ordinary cat. Abby's signature is its ticked coat with no visible markings on its body, legs, neck or tail. Ticked cats are incredibly rare even amongst pedigreed cats. That's definitely one of the reasons this cat is in the US's top 10 most popular cat breeds. However, the Abyssinian's expressive face bears the famous tabby mark M. Despite its wild look, the Abby is a medium-sized cat. Its body is muscular but graceful. Abby's alert, almond-shaped and large eyes can be green or gold. The richer the color, the better. Abyssinian's head structure is pretty interesting as well. It looks like a modified wedge and is decorated with large ears. The Abyssinian comes in 4 widely accepted colors: ruddy, red, blue and fawn. Some associations also accept silver. Regardless of color, the Abyssinian's coat is shiny, super soft and silk-like. I bet you won't be able to resist petting your Abby, no matter how mischievous this kitty gets. Personality. If you're looking for an outgoing, incredibly playful, devoted and energetic cat, you found it. The Abyssinian scores a 10 out of 10 for the activity level, so you'll have your hands full if you decide to get this cat. Sure, they sleep a lot, but they're always on the move when awake. Your Abby wants this to entertain you by perching on your shoulders, performing acrobatic jumps, crawling under the covers, or racing off to hunt imaginary ladybugs. No wonder this cat is nicknamed the clown of the cat kingdom. While Abyssinians do a great job entertaining themselves, they would much rather play with you. Playtime is the perfect time and place to bond with your cat. When they play, they give over 100%, sometimes not seeming to worry about their own safety. These cats are intelligent, problem solvers, and full of curiosity. Moreover, Abyssinians tend to do everything on their own terms. Having these cats as pets can be challenging unless you have plenty of time and energy to cater to their needs. Additionally, there's no place these skilled jumpers can get to. Abyssinians have no fear of heights and are determined to use your home's vertical space fully. What is the perfect environment for these cats? A medium to a large house filled with toys, food puzzles and tons of shelves. Abbies love exploring, so it's a good idea to move your small furniture around from time to time. That will definitely pique their interest. Also, Abbies tend to get bored with toys quite quickly, so it's best to have multiple interactive toys and switch them up. Last but not least, cat trees and scratching posts are a must. Is the Abyssinian a lap cat? Abyssinians aren't typically lap cats. They don't like being held or restrained either. Of course, there are always exceptions, but don't count on that. Is the Abyssinian cat affectionate? Absolutely. The Abyssinian loves to follow its owners around, nap near them, and purr like crazy when caressed. However, an Abyssinian's main love language is playtime, and you can't really have a cuddly Abby without ensuring its activity needs are met. By the way, give this video a like if you enjoy it, so more people will see it. What are the Abyssinian's grooming needs? While the Abyssinian's coat is medium length and dense, it's still easy to groom. An occasional brushing session is enough to keep this cat's coats looking brilliant. Baths are necessary, though an annual bath during the spring shedding season can be welcome. In that case, bathing should be started when they're young and should be preceded by a good claw clipping. Is the Abyssinian good with other pets? Due to its outgoing nature, the Abyssinian enjoys other furry companions, including dogs. They can easily adjust to newcomers, but they may be too much for laid-back pets. Is the Abyssinian suited for children? This cat is fantastic for older, energetic kids. However, toddlers and babies might scare this typically brave fellow. Still, it's unlikely the Abyssinian will display aggression, but you should always supervise any small kid interacting with a pet. Who should consider getting an Abyssinian? Abbies are great for active people who love spending time with their cats. If you're not that energetic or have too much on your plate, please don't get an Abyssinian and look for another, more laid-back cat. Can Abyssinians be left alone? Nope. The highly social Abyssinian will suffer if left alone for long periods and can become destructive, depressive, aggressive, or resort to self-harm. Abyssinians are not suited for people working away from home, and if that's the case, you should at least get your Abyssinian another furry companion. Can Abyssinians be trained? The intelligent Abyssinian can excel at learning tricks and can be trained to run an agility course. Also, puzzle toys that release treats are intriguing mysteries to be solved. Do Abyssinian cats scratch? Yes, all cats scratch to sharpen their claws. It's a very healthy and normal behavior, and your couch might be a target even if you provide kitty with plenty of scratching posts. Don't get any cat if you're unwilling to take the risk, and don't even think about declawing. Declawing is a highly traumatic event that can lead to pain and litter box issues. Is the Abyssinian cat suited for people allergic to cats? Some online sources claim that Abyssinians are better for people allergic to cats, but I haven't seen any credible evidence. It's important to know there are 7 cat allergens, and a major one is found in a cat's saliva. The best way to see if you're allergic to Abyssinians is by spending time with them. Getting tested for cat allergies is a good idea if you've never been around cats before. Also, feel free to ask the breeder more questions on the topic. Is the Abyssinian prone to any health issues? Abyssinians are prone to plaque, tartar buildup, and gingivitis. Untreated gum issues can lead to other nasty conditions, which can undermine Abby's overall health. By the way, Basepaws offers an amazing and easy-to-use oral health test to assess your cat's dental health. We tested it on our 3 adopted cats and made a very comprehensive review, and you'll find the video in the description. Additionally, some Abyssinian lines can suffer from a hereditary disease that can lead to kidney failure. The progression of the disease is variable and the condition is hard to detect. A vet may be able to feel kidneys that are small, firm, and irregular. Still, a definitive diagnosis is made by taking kidney biopsy samples. While no genetic test is available yet, it's known that this health issues occurs in families. The Abyssinian can also develop PK deficiency, which can be detected through genetic tests. Ask the breeder about this, as not all breeders test against it. And that's not all. Abyssinians are prone to developing late-onset retinal atrophy. Affected cats slowly lose their vision, and most cats become blind by 3 to 5 years of age. Fortunately, the mutation causing this disease can be detected through genetic tests. By the way, Basepaws test also looks for the mutation causing retinal atrophy in Abyssinians and the one causing PK deficiency. So if your Abby wasn't tested against these health issues, you might wanna do that. Don't forget to watch our video for more info. Other concerns for this breed are heart issues, including HCM, stress-related hair loss, and trick knee. How can you find an Abyssinian cat? You can look for accredited breeders on these websites. If you know other websites listing accredited breeders, let us know in the comments. How much does an Abyssinian cat cost? Pedigreed cats are expensive, so expect to pay between $1,000 and $2,000 for a kitten or even more. If you're determined to get a pedigreed cat, please avoid backyard breeders and unaccredited ones. The kitten's parents could be sick or kept in horrendous conditions, and you could get a very ill kitten. Please consider adopting if you don't want to spend that much on a cat. You can definitely find an overactive cat at shelters, and there are millions of cats in need of a home. What is the life expectancy of the Abyssinian? Most sources state that an Abyssinian's life expectancy ranges from 9 to 15 years. That being said, some can live even more. You can prolong your cat's life by providing quality food and regularly visiting the vet. But the most important thing is to avoid getting a sick kitten in the first place by choosing a reputable breeder and avoiding sketchy listings. The Abyssinian is a challenging cat, but is definitely worth the effort. However, you should be confident the Abyssinian is a good match for you before getting one. There are far too many neglected and misunderstood cats already. You should only get an Abby if you're an active person. But if you're not energetic and prefer a more laid-back cat, I got you. Go ahead and watch this video about the most laid-back cat breeds, or this one that contains the best breeds for first-time cat owners. And subscribe if you're interested in different cat breeds.